Hi people, welcome to the video on the channel. And today, you can see me properly. Yeah, that is because I've changed camera basically. I was using a webcam before, and it made me look really pale. As you can obviously see, I am very, very tanned. But yeah, today I'm presenting to you Forest transfer video. Yeah, apologies, the cameras look like really pale for the last year or so now. Yeah, when I got the camera, I thought it was gonna look something like this, but it didn't. So yeah, but anyway, I'm gonna waste no more time and getting straight to the Forest transfer video. So we do have a little bit of news that isn't necessarily transfer related, but it will affect our transfers really, and that is Harry Toffolo. Now the FA have released a statement. I'm just gonna read it out because I want to get it word for word. So, FA statement. Nottingham Forest's Harry Toffolo has been charged with misconduct in relation to our betting rules. It's alleged that the defender breached FA rules E1B 375 times between the 22nd of January 2014 and the 18th of March 2017. Harry Toffolo has until Wednesday the 19th of July to provide a response. Now, during his time when placing these bets, he was a Norwich reserve. He was loaned out to Scunthorpe United, Swindon Town, Rotherham United and Peterborough United. So you can see why there is some question marks, and he was within the ages, I think it was 18 to 21 or something like that, 18 to 22, very early on in his career. Wasn't, I don't think he played at the Championship because he barely played for Norwich. I think when he was out on loan he was at League 1 and 2 clubs. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but so that's why, the allegation will be made, well, he was younger, he wasn't playing at the top level, compared to, I think Tony was betting when he was playing a bit higher up. So that is an argument that can be made. However, yeah, I don't see anywhere of him getting out of this. I think he'll be lucky to just miss this season. If he misses this season and he can play next season, then he's lucky, because he's committed more offences than Ivan Toney did, and Ivan Toney, he's missing majority of this season. He missed the end of last season. So, quite frankly, I do think Toffolo is going to be suspended for about a year. So therefore, he's going to miss this season, which is a bit frustrating because that means the left back is even more of a situation we need to cover. Omar Richards is coming back, but you can't really rely on his fitness as well. So, and with Renan Lodi not signing, which I'll talk about a little bit later on, we're going to need at least one left back. Some may even make the argument for two. So yeah, not ideal. Moving on to the confirmed deals now. So there is a little bit of old news, shall I say, in terms of the coaching department. I did not cover this. First one being Stephen Reid. Now I was meant to cover this about a week or two ago, but I forgot. I'm only just doing it now, so apologies for that. But as I'm sure most of you are all aware now that Stephen Reid has returned as assistant manager. He left his role last season, and he's just spent a year out. I'm not sure if he was going to try and be a manager. I'm not too aware, if I'm honest. But he has returned to the same role that he did have previously, which is very, very good. I think with Stephen Reid, obviously assistant manager last season, covered one game while we're waiting for Steve Cooper's appointment, and hopefully with Reedy coming back, that can put an end to questionable substitutions, to say the least. But yeah, very happy with this, and hopefully it's a sign of progression. The next coaching staff is Adam Burrows. Now this was confirmed about a week ago now, but he joins from Chelsea. He's a strength and conditioning coach. He joins for the medical team, which is crucial. I've been very vocal about saying no matter if we went down last season or if we stayed up like we did, we needed new medical team. And I'm very happy that we have pulled this off, and it is a very good thing, because he was part of Chelsea's strength and conditioning team when they went and won the Champions League, so he would have been used to a high volume and a high amount of games. So, and I think that's, if you get into a club like Chelsea as well, you've got to have a little bit of something about you, which is very promising as well, to hopefully improve the absolute shambles of our medical team last season. The final coach is Alec Ross. Now this has just been confirmed a day or two ago now. He's formerly of Southampton. He's worked there for 10 plus years, which shows that, that's good. If we're bribing a player away from their current job that they've been in for over 10 years, that shows a sign of integrity and and ability. He's joining as head of performance. During his time at Southampton, he worked as head of sport science, head of first team fitness, again, experienced manager. And if you look at, although Southampton went down, if you look at Southampton's injury record this season, it was not that bad at all. They had no more than 3 players out at a time, and the only major key player that they missed for a long period of time was Livramento, and he got a cruciate ligament injury. So I think that's good, because even though Southampton had a really poor season, their injury list was not too bad. And finally, the final confirmed deal. This is an actual player, Jordan Smith. Now, hasn't played too much recently, not played since the first half of 2017-18 season. He was a consistent starter throughout from 2016 to 2017. Played a lot of games for us during that period when we were like mid-table, bottom half in the championship. Came through our academy ranks as well, which is a shame to see him go. He did go out on loan to Huddersfield, but now he's joined Stockport County in League 2 on a 1-year contract. I think that's fair. I think his level, from what he's shown with his height and what I saw of him, League 1, League 2, solid keeper. I think he'll do alright at Stockport, as they hope to try and get into the playoffs in League 2. But yeah, wishing the best of luck. It's a shame he didn't quite work out. I just don't quite think his build as a goalkeeper, he's shorter compared to others, just wasn't quite for Forest, unfortunately. But, you know, he kept us up with that save against Ipswich those years ago, and I think he'll do very well at Stockport. Right, we're going to talk about the incoming rumours now. Right, we're going to kickstart with Willian. Now, I'm disappointed to say that the deal isn't going to happen. At the day of recording, Fabrizio Romano's put out that it looks like he's going to be staying at Fulham. However, there was contrasting reports saying that he was having a medical at Forest, but it looks like those were false, unfortunately. So yeah, my hopes were up for it the entire 30 minutes. But yeah, his original Fulham contract has run out, and he rejected the first contract, and us and a couple of clubs from Saudi Arabia put in an offer for him. Overall, he's a brilliant player, top class. At his prime, he was world class. He's won everything he can in England, apart from the Champions League. So he would be a fantastic player. However, his age, I think he's got another 1 or 2 years in him. Also, he was going to be on quite high wages, so you have to bear that in mind, because the last time we paid someone on really high wages, it did not quite go to plan. Jesse Lingard. But he would have been a fantastic signing. Unfortunately, it looks like he's going to stay at Fulham. He got 5 goals and 6 assists last season, when a lot of people didn't think he was going to do very well. He did quite well. But it's a shame we won't be able to pull the deal off, because it would have been a brilliant free transfer. However, you know, if you look at Fulham's season, our season, Fulham is the more attractive place to stay. Top half of the Premier League. So, I don't blame him, and deep down I don't think the deal would have happened. However, it is disappointing, because there was a good chance of us getting him, so it's a little bit disappointing. However, we move. The next player now is another midfielder, Ibrahim Sanonge. Apologies if I said his name wrong, but he is a central midfielder currently playing for PSV, and Forest have had a long-standing interest in him. He could play as a CDM, but primarily a number 8 from what I've seen. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, I've not seen a lot of him. What I'm basing this information on, compilations and stuff, and what I've seen on Twitter. So, just take what I say with a pinch of salt. But from what I've seen, the goals he scored last season, in his 45 appearances, getting 8 goals, it looks like he's got a good strike from the edge of the area, which is something we do lack. We don't really have a player that can do that. Ryan Yates did it a little bit in the Championship, but we haven't seen a lot of that, and our midfield has been rather defensive, so we're looking at some more attacking-minded midfielders, which is very good. He looks very good at bringing the ball forward from deep as well, got a very good eye for a pass, and I think this would be a fantastic signing. The only stumbling block, though, is his price tag. He's going to cost us, I think it's 37 million euros, which is about 35 million pounds, which either way is still a lot of money. That's his release clause, so it's pretty much, I'm fairly confident it's either pay that or you don't get him. Like, there's no negotiation, you pay the release clause. So yeah, I do think it'll be a fantastic signing though, and hopefully we can really re-galvanise that midfield. However, the price tag is a major stumbling factor. Now the next player is Jose Sarr. Now I'm not going to give another update on Dean Henderson, because the last three transfer videos, I've discussed Henderson in pretty much all of them. So, and it does look like the deal is progressing though, so hopefully the next transfer video I do, it will be a confirmed deal. But we're looking at Jose Sarr as another backup option, because Wayne Hennessy, as much as he's coming to be a backup, and he's done alright for what a backup goalkeeper should do, if you want to go to that next level, Wayne Hennessy, who's what, 35, 36, maybe isn't going to get you trying to push into the top half of the Premier League. However, Jose Sarr, some people say he had a very poor season last time, but people seem to be forgetting here. He was the best goalkeeper outside of the top 6 in his first season in the Premier League. And because Wolves have had a major drop-off, obviously Sarr's going to be conceding more shots, therefore conceding more goals. And some of our fans seem to be forgetting, he put in a masterclass when Wolves came to the City ground in the league, making 4 or 5 top quality saves. Like, people seem to forget that. He's a good goalkeeper, he's going to cost us less than 5 million, and he's going to be a backup. He's going to only play a handful of games of the season, hopefully, if, you know, Henderson stays fit. He's adequate. I don't understand why you would not want to sign him as a backup goalkeeper. It just doesn't make sense to me. I think he'll be a solid signing. 73 appearances, 22 clean sheets in a poor Wolves side for the last 2 years. That is not bad at all. The next player is Cole Palmer. Now, not to put a negative spin on this, but I don't think we're going to get him. But obviously, it's a transfer rumour roundup, so I'm reviewing and rounding up all of the rumours over the last week. However, this season he's broken into the best team in the world, and he's made 25 appearances, getting 1 goal and 1 assist in all competitions. And let's not forget, at the under-21 Euros that's just happened, he got 4 goal contributions in 5 appearances, which is not bad at all in a very impressive under-21 side. And also, 25 appearances in one of the best teams in the world who have got hundreds of millions of pounds in every position. That is not bad. That is really good. 25 appearances as well. Coming on in games against Liverpool, who have also been one of the best teams in the world over the last few years. Like, this would be good. However, the reports are that it's going to cost 10 to 15 million, and City are most likely going to want a buyback clause, which is... It's just, what's the point in a buyback clause? If you want to keep the player, keep him. That doesn't make sense. But the reason I don't think the deal will happen is Burnley are also interested. And the one stumbling factor about Burnley is Vincent Kompany, former Man City. So if Burnley are interested in a Man City player and Man City are willing to sell, it's all but certain he's going to go to Burnley because of Vincent Kompany. However, he will be a great signing, can play on left wing, right wing as a number 10 as well. At the under-21s Euros, he filled in as a number 8 as well in one of the games. So he's very versatile, and if we did have injuries and we signed him, I think he would be a quality addition. However, I do think he'll go to Burnley. And the final rumour in terms of incomings is Donny van der Beek. Now, this happened a week ago. Or ironically, it happened, the rumour came out literally an hour after I uploaded the transfer video. So I would have covered it in the last episode. But yeah, the rumours have gone a little bit stale since it's come out, but, you know, rumour roundup over the last week, it's sort of, you know, I've got to cover all the rumours over the last week. But he's been deprived at game time at Manchester United. Yes, he did struggle with a knee injury, but even prior to that, you know, he was deprived of game time, even under Erik ten Hag, only getting a few moments off the bench, if that. So he's looking like he's going to be moving on. However, Roma are also interested. He just made the 10 appearances last season. And plus, I also think he's more likely to go to Roma because I don't think he's going to want to play in the Premier League. He did have a brief loan spell at Everton, didn't really do much. I don't think he got a single goal contribution while he was at Everton. But yeah, I think United will want a little bit though because they paid about 40 odd million for him. I think they're going to want about 20. Quite frankly, his market value is about 13 million euros. So I think if we get it for less than 10 million, I don't see why not. And if we can re-galvanise the player from Ajax, I think will be a quality signing, but there is no guarantee, especially with his knee injury. If that's a reoccurring factor, that's a little bit worrying. But moving on to the outgoings now. Now, this is technically a confirmed deal. He's not our player, but I'm going to cover it. Renan Lodi. He was out on loan. There was a strong rumour saying that we were going to try and sign him back. He's joined Marseille in France for about 13 million euros, which is about 11 million pounds, which is really good value. We were also interested, but he went to Marseille in the end. I don't know if it was to do with Lodi's choice. I'd be very surprised if that was it, because if a club that you've been at for the last year is interested over a team that you've not played for, it's most likely going to choose the other option. However, it is a shame, but I'm pretty sure they've got European football. I might be wrong there, but yeah, it's disappointing. We're just going to have to look for another left back now. It's a bit frustrating as well with the Toffolo situation, that we need another left back. Best of luck to him. It is very much a shame. This club and loans, man, it is honestly mental. Next player, I am very happy to be reporting on this, John Joe Shelvey. Yeah, we're looking to offload him is what the reports suggest. He's had a horrible 6 months at the club. His highlight was playing reasonably well against West Ham and getting subbed off, and then we crumbled. He gave away a penalty against Everton in a crucial game at that time as well. Passed the ball straight to Bertrand Traore against Aston Villa, and then had a hissy fit when Steve Cooper didn't play him against Liverpool. Liverpool, who, despite having an off-season, have one of the best attacks in the league. How dare he? But yeah, the only issue is he's on 65 grand a week, so not many teams are going to want to pay that. However, Sheffield United are interested, so, you know, that could be a possibility. However, yeah, he's just not offered much. It's been poor. I think, quite frankly, if a club abroad like Saudi Arabia goes in for him, I think there's a good chance he could go there, but it depends how he feels if he can continue in the Premier League. But yeah, just no. Just please, with respect, John Joe Shelvey. It's been a torrid time at the club. Like John Joe Shelvey, Chris Wood has been also reportedly looking like Forest are going to offload him, which does baffle me a little bit because we just paid the 15 million for him this summer. Seems like a complete waste of money and time from our perspective. 7 appearances, scored the 1 goal against City, didn't really do much. Some people said, oh, it's because he's not done much in terms of training sessions. I don't know, he didn't seem to offer much. Even when we signed him, he didn't look like he wanted to be there. So yeah, we're not going to get much from him. No, I don't even think Everton will take him in the Premier League. So yeah, it's not worked. It's been a colossal flop and a mistake by us. And I'm sorry to report on this, but the latest update on Brennan Johnson. Now, Brentford have ramped up their interest, and Forest want between 40 and 50 million for him. I think any less than 45 million is quite poor from us. In terms of player valuation and valuation to the club are two different things. Jack Grealish wasn't, at that time, from Villa, was not worth 100 million. But to Aston Villa, he was worth 100 million. Same with Declan Rice. So we have to price him. I think another year at the club, I think he could do, and then maybe, if the right offer's there, move him on for a good price. But it is a shame. Aston Villa are reportedly interested as well. Although I'm not too sure if that will happen because they're also looking at other wingers, which is a good thing for us. But yeah, I will keep you updated on any other reports about the Johnson situation because it's probably going to go on for a little while. And the final player I've reported on pretty much all the time now, and it looks all but confirmed now, is Sam Surridge. It is a shame because I really do like Surridge and I think he's deserved more opportunities. I think he's been mistreated in a sense of his game time. I'm sure he's been treated fine off the pitch, but on the pitch I think he deserved more game time in the sense when Awoniyi was injured, I think he should have been our starting striker. And there were so many times when we played Johnson, Gibbs, White up front when they're not number 9s. But whenever Surridge was given more than 5 minutes off the bench, he did well. It baffles me how mistreated he was in terms of his game time. But he does look set for the MLS, which did confuse me a bit. The club, to be precise, is Nashville SC. It's apparently going to be £5 million plus add-ons, which, if you're going to look at silver linings, I do think is quite good. Just signing for about 1.5 million from Stoke. I think that's good, profitable business from us, but it's a shame. I think he could have done a job at Ipswich or Leeds if he went there, which, yeah, it's a shame. He's a fantastic player, has deserved more minutes this season. Thank you all for watching, everyone. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you are in fact new, and if you want more stuff from me, follow my social medias. They are all linked in the description. Yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.